Good morning, guys. Today's video, I've got a parsnip growing tutorial to share with you. So I started this video off in May. I came back again in July and did some more talking. And now finally here at the end of October, I'm going to harvest one of the parsnips just to show you guys sort of the full process from seed all the way to harvest. Good morning, guys. I'm going to do a quick tutorial today on growing parsnips. I've got a variety here called White Gem. And I'm just going to go through everything from sowing it all the way through to it sort of growing on and harvesting. So I'm doing a bit of successional planting here. So I've got here my very last cherry bell radish, which I'm just going to quickly pull up now. I've been eating these most of this spring in salads and things. Really nice and not too spicy. And I think that's because of the cooler weather. It's it's much more manageable because I'm not a massive radish fan. But these ones, I don't mind at all. Cool. So I'll just leave that there for later. So I've got a strip here. It's probably about 3 foot by maybe 1 foot sort of thing. And all I've got to do is just make a shallow sort of trench, really. So I'm just going to level it out a bit with my trowel. And then starting here, I don't want to get too close to the peas. You need to give them a bit of room. Just make a sort of shallow trench all the way through. I'm pretty happy that's reasonably straight. Not going to worry about it too much. And then I can have a look at these. So these are medium smooth-skinned roots of fine flavour, good resistant to canker, and stores well for winter use. So with parsnips, you can pick them up, a bit like carrots, store them in a cool, dry place and everything. Or you can just leave them in the ground. The only problem with that is if the ground freezes, it's extremely hard to get the parsnip up without breaking the root. So I'll get a shot of the seeds just so you can see what they look like. But what I'm going to do is just sort of take a pinch and spread them out in my line. Now, oh God, not very good. A bit too many there, but we'll see. Parsnip germination is actually quite tricky. I think generally experienced gardeners sort of know this for something that's quite hard to germinate, but I'm going to show you a little trick which I've sort of learnt, and we'll see in a couple of weeks' time if that's worked. So there we go. That's sown. Done quite a lot. I mean, from a space like this, I'm hoping for about maybe 7, 8, maybe 9 parsnips, really. Any more than that, they're probably going to be too small, really, to warrant using, etc. Often use the trowel, but sometimes it's easier just to use your hands and just fill these back in. Now, all I'm going to do is just throw them down. Also, me doing this, I can see exactly where this is. So then I'm just going to go find a piece of wood. So yeah, I'm just going to lie this piece of wood roughly over where all the parsnips are. The reason for this is it stops the water evaporating underneath, and basically parsnip germination fails, same as carrots, if the seeds get too dry. So by having this plank on, keeps the soil underneath nice and moist, even if we get a dry sunny day, because they're not buried that deep, so they will dry out very quickly. So that there, guys, is sowing parsnips. So these are the parsnips on the 29th of July. And I've got about 6 parsnips here. I'll try and zoom in a bit and get you some good sort of shots, but there's 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's 6 all over there. Bit of a gap here, and again, that's just where the germination of parsnips is really tricky, even with the wooden plank over them. But I'm pretty happy I've got 6 parsnips here, and that's plenty enough. So we'll come back again in the winter for harvesting. So it's a bit of a jungle here at the minute, but there are a row of parsnips in here, and there are about 6 of them still. I haven't lost any or anything, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one out. Now, typically, you'd want to wait until the first sort of hard frost. The reason for that is they turn the starches into sugar, and you get a bit more of a sweeter vegetable. But I'm going to harvest one now because I've got use for it at home, and we're just going to sort of see what we get. So I'm just wondering if I do one of the bigger ones or if I do a smaller one. I think what I'm going to do is a smaller one. I don't need very much parsnip, but hopefully if the ground's not too... there we go. Lovely little parsnip. Not too much damage. I snapped off a bit of the taproot, but there you go, guys. That is growing parsnips. So I hope you enjoyed watching this sort of tutorial on growing parsnips. A couple things to consider. So, to take away from this video, one, you have to directly sow the seeds. If you put them in pots and you try and transplant them out once they've grown up a bit, you'll probably damage the taproot and you'll have a sort of crooked, sort of probably deformed sort of parsnip in the end. The other thing as well is ideally you want to wait till the first frost before you harvest them because they're a bit sweeter and things. But other than that, you just need to make sure you've got a sort of a nice sort of free draining soil that's not too stony and not too rich in nutrients, because again, a bit like carrots, you can get a sort of forking of the root that goes on. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon for more videos.